All right. So this will be, you have not started recording. Okay, recording. Correct, guys. Correct, guys. Correct, guys. Now, keeper is this guy. Network settings. Frank VPC. That's it. Select existing. Come over here. Frank SG. That's it. That's it, guys. But let me give this guy 20 GB. 20 GB. All right. Launch. View instance. So, guys, see, where's our Node server? Node.js server is coming up. Let me refresh. So we want to host a sample Node application, right? Because in organization, you see some workloads will be, you have some Node developers, all right? Node, React, and Angular, okay? Call it Node server. So let me start with React. So for that, I'll go to Google and I'll search for sample React app or React projects, GitHub, right? React demo projects. Let's check. So I want to deploy a React Snapchat clone, Snapchat quiz, time list, React landmark, mutable states, vanilla landmark. What is all this? Let me check. Component change animation, sidebar with top nav, page transition, React demo. Well, let me check these sites. A static page showing landmarks around the globe. Landmark around the globe. Let me check something else. So every React application or Angular or Node.js application, they will show you how to run it. All right. The developer who has written it will show you how to run it. So you don't need to worry. All right. You always get tic-tac React. So you always get information like this on the README, right? How to install, because these are landmark, right? So where is that thing now? The guy didn't even describe how to install the application. Which kind of mumu guy is this? This guy na Tozo, confirm Tozo. Now look at this guy. This is what this guy did now. He said git clone, how to install it. Git clone this repository. Then run yarn install. After yarn install, yarn starts. All right. Then should be up and running. So this is for this tic-tac. I want to run this guy. I want to run this very guy, this landmark. So for that, let's check our server. Our server is up and running. Connect to it. Connect. So let me use this other screen. I like this bright screen. This server still up. Power off. Okay. Sudo -i. There we go. Now, I'm going to make a directory. A simple directory. Let me call it my Node app. Change your directory, Node app. So in here, I'm going to git clone everything. So let me come here. Where's that guy? This landmark. So I'll come to code. I'll copy this guy. All right. Then I'll come here. I'll have to install git to guys. Yum install git. Make sure you install git. Git is getting installed. Then initialize the directory as a git directory. Then I'm going to git clone this guy, the landmark. Git clone. All right. So I have all the files inside what? React landmark. So change directory to React. Now, when dealing with Node.js, all right, which is JavaScript framework, we have in JavaScript framework, we have Node.js, we have React.js, we have Angular.js. They have a common file. They have a file in common. They have a file called package.json file. This package.json file is a file where the dependencies, the package dependencies are mentioned. So let's check that file. So if I check the content of this file, cat package.json, you see all the files that we need, all the packages, React, everything that you need, and how to start the application and how to build the application. So you have to be you can see from what this guy did here. He no even show this. This guy na Tozo, he no even put anything here safe. Right? So it's using a yarn. It's either yarn or npm. So, but as it stands, let's use yarn. All right. But before then, we need to install what? Node. What version of Node is it using? Is not indicated. So let me use Node version 16. Let me install Node. All right. I want to install Node on this machine now. So let's still check other prerequisites. Let me check this ts config. Let me see what's inside this ts config. Doesn't make sense. Let me still check. That's the only thing we have here. Let me check source. Let me check source. Index.css. So let me just install Node version 16. So I'll go to Google. I'll say how to install Node.js. Node.js. Installation of Node.js. Open here. Installing Node.js via package manager. Let me check this as well. Check this. Let's check. Let me check this guy. I don't like this. Let's scroll. Let's scroll. Installing Node.js. How the guy did install them? Node.js. This guy is going to install the latest version for me. Because if I say yum install Node.js, let's see. But there's no package like that. On Ubuntu is very easy. Okay, we're having something. It's going to install Node.js 17. I don't want to install Node.js 17. All right, I'll say no. So let me look at other options. Installing. Is there Amazon Linux here? No. CentOS. Okay, let me go this route. Okay. Node.js column. Okay, the version. For example, we have stream corresponding to the major version of Node.js. All right. So let me say 16/common. So this is what I will do. Yum install. Yum install Node.js column 16. Let me try this. Node asterisk. Node /common. This is only possible where we have the repository already. So let me check something, guys. I'm coming. Okay, how to install Node.js Node.js 14, but I want to install. Let me check what they have. Node.js Node.js 16. Node.js 16 on Amazon Linux 2. All right, Node.js on Amazon Linux. I think I should close this. This is Ubuntu. on Ubuntu, Amazon Linux 2, GCC, okay. Step 2, Node.js, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Okay, this is the repository. Okay, great. So let's install this guy first. Yum install GCC and make. Copy this guy as it is. Copy. And yum install GCC. So install those guys. Then after that, for the release, for the stable release, we can install, okay, this to copy the repository. All right. You say stable release is version 18. Version 18. All right, so let's go with that version 18. But I wonder if this package will run with version 18, because there will be dependencies. But let's deal with those dependencies. Let's deal with dependencies. Let's see. Copy everything as it is. Copy it. Come over here. Paste it. Avoid this with migrate scripts. Continue in second. Press to abort. This is just some kind script deprecated warning. This script located at this used to install now will eventually be made inactive. All right, so it's just script deprecation. Let's 60 seconds, that's 1 minute. Let's see what happens. Let me open the site. As for Ubuntu, CentOS, yeah. So installing Node.js 18, inspecting system, blah 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 blah, confirming is supported. This guy, all right. Your distribution is not currently supported. Okay, please contact node source. Would likely your okay. It's saying that I can't install this guy. Yo. Wait, let me check. It didn't install. It didn't install. It did not install. Node. It's not there. Sudo node. No install. No install. Change directory. You know install. Let me check on their official website. Node 20, Node 18, Node 16. All right. Node 16. Let me copy this guy. Copy this guy. Let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. Okay, node source release. All right. So it's now installing node 16 for me. Completed. Now I'll share this guy with you guys because this is for, it supports both Amazon Linux 2. Okay, node 16 supports Amazon Linux 2. So Amazon Linux 2 does not have support for node 18, and node 20 does not have support for Amazon Linux 2. All right. So it's only version 16. Okay. So I'll also share this link with us so that you will see the different distributions, the Linux distributions to install. All right. So great. I'll share this guy. Let me share with you guys sharply. There's no time. Node.js info. Installation info. I don't share. All right. So now that we've installed, let's check. Oh shit, guy. Let's check. Now let's check Node-V. So I have Node version what? 16. All right. So it's installed now. Now I'll go change directory into this React. So in here now, I can run npm. So once you install a node comes with npm. npm is node package manager. So npm is used for managing packages, for installing packages on a Node.js machine. All right, when you're dealing with Node application, okay, either Node, React, or Angular. Okay, so once you install Node comes with what? npm. All right, so now we are in this directory. So this guy has used yarn log. Let me see what's inside this yarn. Maybe he used yarn to build this application. Okay, so let me use yarn instead. So for that, let me see. I don't have yarn. Let me see. I can install yarn. Let me see to install yarn. How to install yarn on Amazon Linux. All right, installing yarn on Amazon Linux too. Let's check that. So yarn also is another package manager for Node. All right, so there's a script for yarn. So I will. So it's better you have the two commands, either npm or yarn. All right. So let me copy. I think it's the same thing. Installing yarn via yum. So this is what they did. And all right. So let me use this method. Use this method. Come over here. Paste that guy. That's been pasted. Now the next thing is yum install yarn. All right. Okay. So I've often even used npm install yarn. So let's see. So yarn is getting installed. Let's see. So it's complete. So I now have what? Yarn. So yarn is there for me now, right? Great. So I can now say what? Yarn install. I want to build this application now. See, I want to build this application the Node way. So I'll say yarn install. Let's see what happens. So it's now using yarn version 1.22, resolving the packages and fetching packages. Let's see what happened, guys. The big challenge we have with this guy's repository is that this guy did not provide installation instruction. This guy, what's happened, guys? This guy did not provide installation instruction for his application. I'm just using my head conventionally what it should be. So we've installed the not necessary package. Dependencies, they are all on check. Let's check. Now let's build it now. Now, remember, if you notice, there was no node underscore module files, file directory. All right. So the moment you use yarn install, the moment you run yarn install, all right, it's going to create this directory for you. This is a system directory. All right. So we are going to, it's going to create that system directory for us. Okay. So based on this system directory, our node application will be served. All right. It's going to be served. So now let's build it. I'll say yarn build. Let's build it. So it's trying to build the application. All right. So let's wait. Let's wait. Why you should do it regularly. This. Okay. Now it was, let's see what it said. Compilation was successful. File size was this, blah, 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 blah. Build, project was built. Assuming it is ignored at this, you can control with home page. The build folder is ready to be deployed. All right. Okay. So now let's start this application. All right. Now, because why I'm doing all of this, let me show us why I have information pertaining to these commands. If you look at this file, there's a section called the script section. This is what I'm running. I'm running yarn build. If I want to test the application, I'll run yarn test. All right. Now to run this application, I'll run what? Yarn starts. All right. So this script section is very important for any Node.js application, be it Node.js, be it React, be it Angular. Always look at this one, the script section. Now, this script means to start the application, right? So for that, I will come here and say what? Yarn starts. Take notes. You may have run yarn install first to install the dependencies. After yarn install, then you run what? A yarn starts. So this guy is going to start the application in the background. Now, starting the deployment server. Let's see what happens. Let's see. So let's wait. It's taking some time. Now, great. Now you can now view your React landmark in the browser. It's saying that if you want to view this application locally, it will be on port 3000. But if you want to build it externally, all right, okay, locally on your network, okay, note that the development build is not optimized. To create a production build, use yarn build. Webpack compiled successfully. There was no issues found. All right, so I'm going to go to my browser. I'll copy my public IP. Where's that node server guy? Where you no time. Node server. If you don't see them, I'm this. Copy this public IP. Once you copy it, come to your browser. Have I shared this? No, it was not this guy I shared with you guys. I shared the GitHub one. So I'll paste this guy, column 3000. So that is the port that my, what's it called? My landmark, my Node.js application is talking on. Look at now. This is my Node.js application. We call it what? Landmark. So I have deployed this application. This application is running on my base machine now. All right. It's running on port 3000. All right. So guys, this is what we want to do. The same way that we created a domain name, all right, a domain name for the e-commerce website. It is the same way we would love to create a domain name for this Node.js website. 1 second, guys. So guys, so we want to create a domain name for this guy. All right. So this is what I would do. Remember that this guy runs on port 3000. Okay. So let me close all of these sheet, guys. React landmark. Let me work with this React landmark. Okay, close these guys. This was how to install yarn and whatever. So let me copy this guy. Let me share this guy with you guys. Let me copy. Let me share these guys with you guys. Installing yarn. Oh, guys, this is the beauty. This is the beauty of this sheet, man. It's the beauty of this sheet. It's a beauty. So let me close this page. All right. So now, CO, I need to create, guys, I'm gonna watch very well. So what I will do, we are coming back to AWS. All right. So in this part, I'm going to talk about target group and load balancers. I'm going to talk about target, no, just target group and what? Load balancer. You see the beauty while we are coming back to the cloud, because we have a dependency and we are coming back to the cloud. So that's why we don't need, because of time, we don't need to kill ourselves on the cloud. We just need to touch and come back so that we move as fast as, right? But where we have anything that requires us to come to the cloud, we will always come to the cloud. So I want to show us something now. All right. We want to create a domain name for this our application. We don't want to be using this guy like this, the public IP with 3000. All right. Rather, what we will do, we are going to create a load balancer. All right. Then we are going to load balance. We're going to place the domain name beside the load balancer, and we're going to serve that load balancer via port 3000 through a target group. Let's get started, guys. I don't like too much noise. Now, target group. We don't start to create a target group. So what's a target group? A target group is a feature of load balancer. Listen, no, it's a feature of load balancer that is used to map an instance to a port. It is used, it's a feature of load balancer that is used to map an instance to a port. So want to create that port mapping. Want to perform a port mapping. Thank you. That's the right word. A target group enables port mapping. Target group. It's a feature of load balancer. It is a feature of load balancer that is used for mapping a port to an instance. Okay, mapping a port to an instance. We don't get started. Go to your EC2 instance, click on target group. The page opens. Click on create target group. Now the type of target you want to create is an instance target. Scroll. Give it a name. Let me call it demo TG, or I could say node TG. Now the protocol is port 80. That's okay. No, the port is 3000, guys. Please, it's not port 80. It's port 3000. Take note, it's port 3000. But the protocol is HTTP. All right, it's HTTP for 3000. Now scroll. The IP address is IPv4. The VPC is frank VPC. All right, now scroll. I think that's all. That's all. Click on what? Next. Now we need to specify the targets. The target will be the EC2 instance, which is this node server. All right, I will select the targets. Then, because I'm doing a port mapping now, at this point now, I'm mapping this port 3000 to this EC2 instance. Select the targets, Then I'll click on what? Include as pending below. So once I include, it will come over here. It's showing pending. Now scroll. Click on what? Create target group. This target group of node has been created. Node TG. The next thing I need to create what? A load balancer. I'll come to load balancer. I'll click on what? Create load balancer. Now, there are different types of load balancer. We have application load balancer for applications. We have network load balancer for networking. And we have gateway load balancer for performing gateway. It sits between, as the name implies, gateway. All right. Now, here's the structure. Application load balancer for load balancing your HTTP and HTTPS applications. All right. Then, what's it called? Network load balancer used for load balancing TCP and TLS protocols. All right. Now scroll, select the load balancer. Is application. Come down, click on create. Create application load balancer. Give it a name. Node-LB. That's the name. Now, what is the scheme? The scheme is going to be an internet-facing scheme. Let's scroll. In which VPC? In Frank VPC. Now, in this my VPC, I have 3 subnets that are publicly exposed. So you must, that is the beauty of load balancer. These 3 subnets are for load balancing as well, redundancy. All right. So select all the 3 subnets. They must have internet access. So guys, the security group is Frank SG. Frank SG. Great. Now, here is the listening part. Now, the first listener is going to serve on port 80. Now, it's going to forward that request. Port 80 is going to forward the request to the target group that runs on port 3000. This is your target group. I scroll. Now, this is for what? HTTP. Now, I need to add another listener. I will need to add another listener for HTTPS. I'll click on add listener. This name. The protocol with what will be what? HTTPS. I will still forward the targets to my target group. So if I'm launching my application on 80, it will redirect towards my target group that runs on port 3000. If I run on 443, it will do the same thing. It will redirect the request towards to my Node.js that runs on what? Port 3000. That's all, guys. Now, because of I have a certificate, I have what? A certificate manager. Guys, this is the beauty, man. This is the beauty. This is the beauty. Now, let's come to certificate manager. Certificate manager. On certificate manager, I showed us yesterday how to request for certificates, which I didn't do it, right? I only showed us. Because for you to request for a certificate, you need a domain name, which I have here. All right. So I have this subdomain, this parent domain. Okay. So it's already there. So what I will do, I'll come back to this my guy. All right. Because I'm using what? SSL. I'm using a secure listener. I'll now come down here. My SSL TLS certificate is from ACM, AWS Certificate Manager. That's what ACM means. AWS Certificate Manager. Now, I come here and select the certificate based on my domain name. All right. My domain name is aka-payments.network. All right. That's what I want. That's the guy. That's it, guys. I have attached a certificate to this what? To this Node.js application. Click on what? Create load balancer. Let's check it one more time. All right. That's okay. Click on what? Create load balancer. Load balancer. View your load balancer. So my load balancer is getting provisioned. If I click on the load balancer, I'll get the DNS name. Where's the DNS? The DNS. DNS. Where are you? Where are you? Show yourself. Show yourself. Show yourself. show yourself. Ideyasha, I DNS name this, but I won't see him somewhere here. Won't see him for details. Okay, name this. All right. So if I copy this guy, if I go to my browser, see it will show the same content as this guy. If I come here now, I paste it. It's not active yet. It's taking some time. It's not active. It's still creating. Let's come here. You can see it's still provisioning. Let's refresh. Let's refresh. It's taking some time. Oh shit, man. Fuck. Refresh. So it's still provisioning. It's not active yet. Let me refresh. Still provisioning. So let's wait for that guy to be active. It's now active. Now let's check if we can access this guy on. You can see I have been able, this is my load balancer now. With my load balancer, I can access this same application that I am running on port 3000. You see what just happened. First, we created what? We created a target group. Like I said, a target group is a what? Is a port mapper. It mapped a port to an instance. So I use that part to set up the aspect of port mapping, because I can't come and put my domain name and put column 3000. Doesn't make sense. So that's why I have AWS has created such, right? You can use it with what? Target group. You create a target group and you do your what? Port mapping at the level of what? Target group. After that, you now what? Create your load balancer. So you now redirect both your port 80 and port 443 to your what? To your target group. That is what we are having here. So it's showing it's not supposed to show me this thing. Showing not secured, but don't worry, we are coming. Now, this load balancer, I'm going to go to Route 53. I'll come to Route 53 to create under this network, nice guy. I'll create a new record and I will say node, okay, landmark, node landmark, node, let me call it landmark app. Okay, let me just give it landmark. It will be landmark.akapayment.com. Now I will check this box because I'm using the load balancer. I'm not going to use this IP address. I'll click on this guy. I'll enable alias. In the alias, I'm going to choose my traffic, route traffic to a load balancer. I want this domain to route the traffic to the load balancer. And the kind of load balancer I have is what? Application load balancer that I created. Now, I'm going to search for that load balancer. The load balancer was created in Island region. Island region. Then the load balancer name is node something. Can you see it now? The moment I type node, it just came up. Select it. Once you select it, click on what? Create record. This record of what? Landmark has been created. Select it. Take some time. Copy the domain name. Go to your browser. Launch it. Hit enter. Hello, guys. Welcome to System Infrastructure Management. You can see my padlock here now is very secure because of what? My certificate manager. That's SSL on AWS. At this juncture, guys, please, any query? At this juncture, guys, please, any query? You've seen the way we have dazzle from taking this guy's application, Nodejs application, which was written in React. All right. We installed Node.js. We installed Yarn. We deployed the application, and we tried to expose the application via the public IP column, the port number. But this is not the right way to go. So now decided to go and what? To create a load balancer, sorry, a target group, and load balance it with a load balancer. All right. And we try to access the load balancer on its waiting, its domain name, DNS name. Now we saw what the website is coming up. But now we need to create a DNS record and place that load balancer behind the DNS name. And we went to Route 53. We created a record and we placed the load balancer behind this name. So that whenever we launch this name, the load balancer will be serving us that website. People, at this juncture, any query, because that's the end, man. This is the highest. This is the highest, guys. All right. So there's no query, no wahala. We've seen web server right from yesterday. We started seeing web server of different serving, different ways. Different ways. We saw how we created a self-signed certificate. And we also saw how we created a wildcard certificate with the help of Let's Encrypt. We did not end there. We went as far as deploying a JavaScript framework, a React application with the use of Node. All right. And we did not also end there. We had to go back to AWS to use services like Target Group, Load Balancer, and Certificate Manager to launch this Node.js application. All right. So it has been back and forth. Okay. So since there's no query, I will oblige.
Just a question, please.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just want to confirm so that I prepare both my mind and my open up other schedules for other things. How long is our class usually? I'm quite new to this. Like on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday. Like what is the time frame? 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour? Or is it that we go by topics we have to finish, or we go by hours?
Okay. If we okay, let me start with when we normally start, like Fridays,
Yes.
it's supposed to be 1 hour. All right.
Okay.
But what we are treating is it goes beyond 1 hour.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So it goes beyond 1 hour. So we're not defined by our time. Let me just call it a minimum. There's a day we want to end at 2 hours dots. There's a day because of dependency. There are things we need to touch. We'll just elapse our time a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you so much.
You get me? But
Yeah.
do you have any concern? Why you ask? Oh no. It's not your concern.
Personally, there are times that I just feel maybe at some point I did